when I first found out about the Liver King, I believe the tweet is still up. It's out there somewhere. I didn't go find it. It's a picture of the Liver King looking jacked as and I believe that the caption on the tweet might have been, "This guy expects us to believe he's natural." Something along those lines.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is obviously like the most common thing that you hear all the time. What is the Liver King's response to this claim that the Liver King is hormonally improved by science?
Well, I saw you and Dan Brazilian talking about.
Oh, true. I forgot about that one too.
And you know what? I felt like you guys said the nicest things.
Right.
I mean, listen, it wasn't until the very end that we started to get, on this topic. And, Dan thought like I was a character. Hey, how can you stay in a character for this long? And that's why I invite people, hey, come to Liver King Ranch. Come hang out with me. What you're going to see is I'm full of fucking fire and energy and having a goddamn fucking great time. You think I make up that I eat like this, that I sleep on a wooden bed, that I piss outside, that you think one day, like I just said, hey, I'm gonna do this, So I saw that.
Right.
And I also expect, us to talk about this, but you know what I really, really appreciate is, why I exist. And we already talked about this, right? People are hurting. There's a better life to live. Start with liver. Start doing these ancestral things, because this is my message. This other thing we're talking about right now is a small side dish, right? So the answer has always been, do you take steroids? The question has always been, do you take steroids? Do you take PEDs? The answer to that is no. I've always told the truth. I still tell the truth, right? And if you look at me, take a guess, how much do you think I weigh?
260, 270, I don't know.
I weigh 195 pounds.
What, really?
So I weigh 195 pounds, and here's the thing. I've been working out since I was 8. I've expressed a whole lot of my potential, not just physically, but every single day I purposefully put myself into how do I get better physically, mentally, socially, and actually not every day spiritually, but I do have a dedicated time where we do that every Saturday. How do I get better in all these capacities of our being? And if you were to look at my picture when I was 15 years old, Young Liver King, have you ever seen Young Liver King?
I don't think I have, no.
Young Liver King.
That's out there.
Has a bigger fucking chest than most bodybuilders at 30.
Really?
And so I'll just say I'd already been working out for 7 years. And so the biggest thing is I want people to know that if you think going and eating liver is going to get you fucking jacked like Liver King, you're a fucking idiot, right? Like my message has never been eat liver, look like Liver King.
Right.
My message has always been, people are living a fucking horrific life. You guys know it because you're living it. You know you're meant for more. You don't know how to achieve it, but there's a simple, elegant way of living better, a kick-ass fucking life. It's accessible to everybody. You can do it immediately.
Right.
Start with liver. Start lifting heavy shit. Start expressing a higher, more dominant form. Right now, you don't have a 6-pack. In 6 months, you're going to have a 2-pack. In a year, you can have a 4-pack. Maybe in 2 years, you're going to have a 6-pack. People almost always overestimate what they can do in 3 or 6 months, because this happens all the time. Hey, I've been working out like you.
Right.
Been eating you. I've been doing all diet ancestral tenets. I don't look like Liver King.
Right.
Right. And so I start cracking up, and I'm like, almost everybody overestimates what they can do on a short-term time horizon. Almost everybody underestimates what they can do over a long-term time horizon. I've been working out for 35 years.
Right.
And so this is what I like to share with people is, if you sleep, eat, move, shield, connect, cold, sun, fight, bond, you're going to optimize your hormone profile. So if you get a shitty night's sleep, you're going to tank your testosterone. You get a shitty night's sleep most nights in a row, you're going to tank your testosterone. Most people don't know this, but if you're not getting early morning sun every day to set your biocircadian rhythm, if you don't finish your last meal 3 to 4 hours before bed, if you're not taking in the sunset as a final environmental cue that the day is winding down, and if you don't block the blue lights around you from fucking up your circadian rhythm even more, it's a foregone conclusion. Guess what? You got a shitty night's sleep, and you've just permanently decreased, I shouldn't say permanently, but you've decreased your testosterone by 30%. This is just the first ancestral tenet. So again, sleep, eat, move. You eat like shit, you're going to tank your testosterone. You move like shit, you're going to tank your testosterone. All 9 ancestral tenets. So now imagine you start living the way that our early ancestors lived. Again, I didn't invent this message. Right? They're naturally strong, healthy. They're kicking ass in fucking life. This is what I want for everybody.
Right.
And so what I like to share with people is, if you're thinking about doing something like that because you want to look a certain way, start doing the 9 ancestral tenets first. Give it 2 years. See what you can do. Start lifting heavy shit, and see if that doesn't encourage you enough. Then you can start considering other things.
When I was young, I did a steroid cycle.
And
shit was fucking badass.
Yeah. And did you keep the gains?
Hell no.
This is what people talk about all the time. They're like, and then this is funny. People write in DMs.
Right.
And they're like, they tell me what I'm taking.
Right.
And then here's something else. I was just joking around. I'd like to get your opinion on this. You know, I thought. So again, for the record, I've never taken steroids.
Really?
I'm thinking about doing it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, you know
When
what?
you're getting to that age, right, where it's basically considered normal, right?
Well, I don't know about that.
Joe Rogan has done a lot to normalize being on testosterone because he's talked openly about it. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, I think is pretty cool because, all right, here's the thing. If you're doing steroids, that doesn't do the whole fucking job for you. There's a lot of guys out there on steroids who either look like shit or just look like fucking juice monsters where their physique, it's just so obvious that they're just sort of swollen up and just weird looking. Like I've seen a lot of 60, 70-year-old men at the gym when I used to go to this private training gym where it was fucking weird. They got veins popping out everywhere, but it's like they're not really that muscular. They just look retarded as fuck. It's like, I don't know. It's a weird environment out there. Yeah.
Well, I thought, you know what? Ancestral Tenant 10 is have a little fucking fun.
Right.
And I'm like, you know what? If you've built this biological resilience, I always say have a little poison. I'll drink, I'll do mushrooms, I'll do shit like every Saturday I imbibe. I'm like, you know what? I'm healthy enough. If I want to do a cycle, I'm going to do a cycle. And how much you want to bet I turn into the Incredible fucking Hulk?
You're going to be terrifying,
I want to be
bro.
like this. Okay, you think this guy's on steroids, right? This is the guy who's on steroids. That guy right fucking there.
They're just going to say you upped your dose.
Oh yeah, you know what? Here's the thing: you can't win with that shit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I don't know if you know, but after those accusations, all that shit died down, and then it became about ab implants.
Right, yeah.
People actually really think, and I meet people, and they say, "Are those actually real?"
Right.
Right. And I don't know if people know this. I'm the one who invented the rumor.
Right.
I sat down with the full sin fucking guys, and they're like, "Hey man, you look fucking great. I wouldn't wear a shirt either if I looked like you."
Right.
And as a joke, I said, "Yeah man, these are ab implants.
Right.
I have 10 of them. They're 10K each. 100. Isn't that a joke? I got 10 of them, right?
Yeah.
I got a 10 pack. Like I'm thinking I'm being funny. They
Right.
laugh. Everyone laughs. And so people actually started to say, "Oh, you're not very primal. I'm not going to listen to you. You got ab implants. You got hair implants. You had gene editing done." It's like whatever ridiculous accusation you want to say, you can say. It's going to be met
Right.
with another fucking ridiculous accusation.
Right. No, I know a lot of fucking girls on Instagram though who do have the fucking ab etching or whatever, and it looks fucking crazy because it's like you look at their arm and it's like they're not super low body fat, and then you look at their abs and it looks like they're super low body fat, and
Yeah.
it's just like it's kind of disorienting, and especially for a woman, it's like. I think the average guy is looking for kind of like a slender waist, not a Incredible Hulk waist.
Yeah.
The Liver King waist is
Liver
probably
King, yeah.
your
Leave
upper,
that for the men.
yeah, your torso is not what the average girl I think is going for. But some of these YouTubers want you to like submit blood work and shit. Is that out of the question?
I had the blood work done.
Oh, you did do this.
There's a video. It's Liver King blood work. I had a prestigious doctor come in
Right.
and do it. We did it all live. So if anybody ever wants to search it up,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Check that out. That's
Yeah,
tight.
Liver King blood work, and so I'm sure I'll do another one.
Right, because when I was talking to Dan Bilzerian, this is what I didn't realize. When I always thought about steroids throughout my life, it was like you go on steroids for 3 months, 6 months, whatever it is, and then you get off of it and you try to cycle off of it, use estrogen blockers, whatever the fuck it is, so that you can try to hold on to those gains. Dan Bilzerian tells me, no, you get on it and you stay on it. Like this is like for life.
Like TRT.
Yeah, and I'm just like, hell no, I'm not doing that. That sounds scary as fuck. I got to do this perpetually.
Yeah,
That's wild.
I don't know enough about that, but what I do know is that you get me next to a lot of these guys that think I'm massive. They're like,
Right.
"Oh, you're taking steroids. You're massive." Guess what? You're actually bigger than me. I've done a lot more with my potential. Right, I maintain a pretty low body fat percentage. I work so fucking hard on my abs because I'm like, you know what? As my body fat goes up, as long as I've worked really hard on my abs and my abs are showing, I look pretty good.
Right.
And so, but you put me next to somebody else who weighs 205, 215, 220. Guess what? These guys are way bigger than me. And if you put me right next to them, you could tell they're bigger than me. But my physique's way fucking better than theirs. And if you get ripped, if you really get lean, it adds like 20 pounds.
Right.
If you know what I'm talking about. And so that's the thing for me. I'm like, you know what? I'm okay with people talking about it, but I want people to know that right now the answer is no.
Right.
I don't do it. If you want to go live a kick-ass fucking life, start eating liver, start working out, see what you can accomplish yourself, right? Because I just think it's really important when people that have this incredible megaphone, they've built these platforms and they say, "Oh, this guy's gotta be taking that shit." I think it's a dangerous message because what they're really telling people is, hey, if you want to look like that, you got to go do that. Or if you're not willing to do that, guess what? Don't even try. What I'm here to tell people is anyone can fucking look any way they want to look. And don't ever compare and measure yourself against fucking Liver King, right? Because you could be so much fucking better than me, right? So go be way fucking better than me, but go start immediately. Go eat liver, go lift heavy shit, learn the barbarian, train the barbarian, become the barbarian. And then you're going to realize your physique is the least impressive thing about you.
People think I'm fucking around, but I really want to do the barbarian.
Good.
Oh, I'm going to fucking get on Amazon later today and find me a sled.
Okay.
I'm not fucking around. I really want to do it.
Here's
I don't know
the
why,
thing.
but I want to do it.
All right, people, we just hit 300,000 subscribers. You know we're trying to hit 400,000 subscribers. So that little red button, tap it, tap in. Appreciate y'all.